If you're in the market for a new belt for everyday carry, I've got a great one to check out with you today with the latest iteration from my friends over at Core Essentials. If you are new to the channel, we do a lot of product reviews, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, but let's get started. Hey guys, so you may have seen the videos we did last year about the belts from my friends over at Core Essentials. If you missed those, I'll put a card at the end of the video and the links will be down in the description to check those out as well. But we looked at their leather belts that they offer, both as just a regular kind of dress belt and their gun belts as well. And I absolutely loved those, and I've had those for a year and I wear them almost every day. And especially the gun belt, because I do have a concealed carry license and I do use the belt from Core Essentials when I have my firearm with me. Now they do have a new gun belt in Tactical Nylon, and they sent us a sample to check out. So let's get right into the box here. Now if you're not familiar with Core Essentials, their belts are what they call trackline belts. Now they're a little bit different in that there's no holes or anything like that. So in the package here we have the belt in a nice carrying case with the buckle as well. Some instructions on how to size the belt, but we're going to go through all that here in the video as well. And then they did include their optional belt hanger. Now these are really cool. They are extra if you want to pick one up, but they're only $4, so I would highly recommend picking one up. So it just hangs in your closet like a normal hanger, and then it's got some ridges here kind of like the belt that the buckle holds on to, and then they just hang straight down in your closet. I use these for my core belts, and like I said, it's only $4. I would really recommend picking one of those up as well. So let's check out the belt. We have it in the nice carrying case here. So inside we have the buckle. We'll set that off to the side. We have the belt, of course, and then they included a belt keeper as well. So we'll kind of go one step at a time here. First, let's take a look at the belt. So we'll get the packaging off. Now they sent us this nice brown tactical nylon looking belt. So anyone with a law enforcement or military background will be pretty familiar with this kind of look and feel. That's kind of what it looks like. So when it comes from Core, it's a 54-inch belt. And the idea is that you size it yourself. Now what they like to say is that you take your pant size and add 4 inches, and then you simply find the designated line on the inside and then cut to size. So we're going to get this one sized up. Now after you have your belt sized, it's time to put on the buckle. So on the side that you cut, you just want to grab your buckle. Now on the one end, it's got kind of this alligator teeth clamp and a couple set screws. So first back those set screws out almost all the way. So insert the cut end, close the clamp, and then tighten down your set screws. The buckle that we have to check out today is kind of this nice alloy steel, kind of industrial look that I really like. Now if you look at Core's website, they do have leather fashion belts, kind of just your regular dress belt with this track line feature, and then they have gun belt as well. Now what makes them different is really what's inside, the part that you can't see. Their gun belts have a reinforced poly core, and that helps for a lot of things. So if you're using a gun belt for everyday carry, there's a couple things that can happen, especially with concealed carry. If you use just a regular leather belt, you can have a couple different things happen. First, you can have kind of drag, where the leather belt's just not meant to support a fully loaded firearm. So it can kind of sag away from your body, which does a couple things. First, there's printing, which is not a great thing if you're trying to conceal carry. And then as far as support goes, if you should need to draw your firearm, there's a lot of give, and it's just not the optimal way to carry. So that's why if you're going to, you really need to invest in a nice gun belt. And that's what we're going to do right now, guys. I'm going to get this set up with my firearm so you can see how it looks. So this is what the belt looks like while it's on. Very comfortable, like all of the Core belts. And one thing that I like as soon as I put it on is that right here on the leather one, I would sometimes get it to bunch up a whole lot. Now I would kind of have to tighten it down more than I otherwise would to get rid of that. This nylon belt doesn't have that, which is a definite plus. Now on this side, for the extra length, they do include a belt keeper as well for you to tuck that tab in and keep it extra tidy. Now, like I was talking about earlier, as far as carry and drawing and things like that. So I have my everyday firearm, my SIG P938, Empty, of course, safety first. So what I was talking about earlier, there's a couple things that can happen when you're carrying if you're just using a regular leather belt. Now the first thing is sagging. Now as you can see, this firearm is supported very well because this is a gun belt. But sometimes on leather belts, what can happen is it may wear something like that just because the belt's not stiff enough to support the weight. So you don't have that with a gun belt, and if you have an outer garment on, you're not going to have printing. Now, if, God forbid, you should need to draw your firearm, if you are using a gun belt, as soon as you start to draw, there's immediate tension, and I'm already beginning to pull the firearm out of the holster. If you're using a leather belt, you're going to have to deal with all of that sag before you even start to draw. So those are the advantages of using a gun belt. This one is very comfortable, looks good as well. Again, I think this is going to become my everyday belt. So the last thing I want to touch on is what makes the core belts really nice. So you may have noticed that there are no holes on this belt. So how they work is that on the inside, there's a 10-inch track with 40 different positions. Now, if you're using a belt with holes in it, they might be sized right, they might not be. I don't know about you, but I've had to cut new holes in belts, and it's kind of a one-size-fits-all approach. What's nice about the core belt and why I wear them every day is because you can change the belt, one, to exactly what you need, but even then throughout the day, because all it takes is a little press of the tab on the buckle and you can resize the belt to pretty much whatever you want with increments of 1/4 of an inch. So that's what makes them really special. I absolutely love these belts, and they're only slightly more expensive than if you were to go out to a department store and get a regular belt anyway. And again, if you're watching this video looking for a gun belt, they're priced pretty competitively to what's out there. So my final verdict is this is an absolute win. This is a must-have for anyone who street carries. This is great for inside and outside the waistband, as well as appendix carry. No matter which you prefer, this is the way to go. My question for you guys is, what do you think about this? Are you going to upgrade and stop wearing just a regular dress belt when you're carrying or something like that? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Or if you have any other questions, please do leave them down below. Again, these belts I use every day. They're dress belts and they're gun belts alike. And guys, as an extra bonus, you'll save 10% by using the promo code SLICKREVIEWS. So that's it this time. Make sure to find me on social media so you can stay in touch. But most importantly, guys, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. That's all I've got for you this time, guys. Slick Reviews, out.